What's going on, guys? Welcome to the only show on YouTube where you have a voice. Well, it's probably not the only one, but it's the only one for GregglesTV where you guys can talk to me, tell me what's going on in your lives, have it be tech, love, hurt. Maybe your dog ran away. Maybe it's something awesome at your job. But anyways, let's talk tech today. Today's topic is we're going to talk about what phone you're going to get or which phone you have right now and maybe what you're thinking about getting in the future or the near future. I want to know, or any other tech topic you want to talk about is cool with me. I've got my buddy Joel on the phone right now. He's going to be the chat moderator, I should say. And he's going to handle any questions you guys ask in the chat. He's going to fish over to me and let me know what's going on. And Joel has his own tech channel on YouTube. It's called Texers. And it's down below in the description if you want to click on it and subscribe. He's a new channel. He's starting out, so he's doing some good work. Joel, what's going on, buddy? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. So, as you know, just to let everybody know, if you want to call or text, it's 619-721-3699. So get ready to call. I'll tell you when you should call. Right now we got Joel on the line. So Joel, the topic of today is what phone are you going to get? I know right now you have a OnePlus 3. So what phone are you thinking about getting in the near future or far off future?
So I had the OnePlus 3, like you said in my intro there, but I'm also going to be purchasing the iPhone 7. So I'm jumping ship just for a little bit because I want to get my experience on the iPhone again. And I had the SE, I used it for a little bit, and I actually fell in love again with iPhone. That doesn't mean that I plan on using that as my everyday driver, but definitely plan on using it to get my experience back on iPhone again, and also to do more videos about iPhone and compare them with my OnePlus 3. So yeah, as of now, that's what it looks like. I'll be getting the iPhone 7, not the Plus, but the regular 7.
Why did you? Oh my God. I don't think I even know who you are anymore. I'm just kidding. So what made you kind of do the jump over to that?
Do more videos in particular. So I want to have both the side and the Android side. So I went with the regular iPhone 7 because it's a little bit cheaper, to be honest, and because the 7 Plus is impossible to get as now. And I want to wait until Christmas to get my new phone. So,
just to let you know, you are breaking up a little bit, so we missed a little bit what you saw, but I got the gist of what you're saying. So you're getting the iPhone 7 because the 7 Plus is out of stock. What do you like? What a couple things do you like about the iPhone 7 to start off?
Well, camera. I think obviously Samsung is still top, but to have that second or third place, camera. I know you're not too much of a fan, but I think Tobin would agree with me. I still think it's a top-notch camera to be used on a phone. Also, just how easy it is to use the iPhone. It's in the sense of they keep it simple. They really do. I know they dumb it down to a point where guys like you and me, who are usually tech-savvy people, get frustrated. But I definitely love that about the iPhone. That it stays very simple. What I don't like about it is how it seems like if you buy one Apple product, for it to work properly, or you need to continue buying other Apple products, which kind of sucks.
Yep, I agree with you, man. That's why I got out of that hellhole, because it's one product after another that you have to buy, so they all communicate with each other. That's what I didn't like. But no, they make good products. I say it all the time. They make good products. They bore the hell out of me. I don't think they're trying anymore. But no, you didn't get a bad phone, that's for sure. So that's cool, and it's a good topic to start today's show off of. So anything else you wanted to add before we get on to all the rest of the callers?
Yo, that fine that the United States government is going to give you if you violate the Note 7, that's a little ridiculous. That's all I got to say.
Dude, I totally agree. It's kind of, I like it that they're being so aggressive about it, because it makes they're just being aggressive about it to keep the safety of all Americans and whoever else visits America and uses American Airlines not American Airlines, but you know what I mean. Safe, and I actually don't mind that. I think it's a cool thing, to be honest with you. But no, it's a good topic, and cool, man. So I appreciate it. If you want to follow Joel, he's got his own channel. It's listed down below. Just click on it and subscribe. Puts videos out every so often, a couple times a week. So jump on the train while it's early. Joel, so thanks so much for calling, and I'll see you in the chat.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll be sending you a text.
All right, later, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, the phone lines are now open. Let me type that out. Phones are open. So, as you know, there's the topic of today, and we can change the topic. You can talk about whatever you want, but a lot of the people that at least visit me now have Note 7s and have previously either left it or maybe still even have the Note 7. Some people are thinking about getting phones in the future, so I'm kind of curious what phone. Maybe you're going to switch from iPhone to Android or Android to iPhone, whatever the case may be. I'm very curious of what you guys are doing, or again, any topic you want to talk about today. Phone lines are open for this. Just looking in the chat real quick, we got Samsung versus iPhone is old news by Martin. All right, we're jumping into the chat. 610, state your name and where you're from.
This is Idris from Philly.
What up, buddy? What's your first name again?
Idris.
How do you spell that?
It's spelled IDRISS.
IDRISS. What's going on, dude? Welcome to the show.
Hey man, thanks a lot, man. I've been following you ever since this Note 7 saga been going on.
Okay.
And it's been crazy. Now that they got this ridiculous fine. I ain't gonna say it's ridiculous, but they got to do something. They don't want no phones going on the planes and then exploding, and you got other people to think about: passengers, babies, parents.
Of course.
So I understand that point. I got a question for you, Greg.
Yeah.
All right. So my question to you is, if you're going to if you got to get rid of the Note 7, what would be the better phone to go with?
Yeah.
The V20 or the V20 or I'm definitely not an iPhone man, so I'm not going that route. But the Moto or the V20?
Yeah, so I haven't tried I haven't tried the Moto one, but I haven't tried the LG V20, but the phone that kind of gets me excited out of those two is the LG V20. And the reason being is because it's more like, if you're coming from a Note 7 and you want something that's feature packed and has tons of features, the LG V20 has it. It has the top screen up there, so you can turn on and off toggles and apps and get notifications. And then it has all kinds of customizations that you can do as well. So that's why I would probably choose that one. Whereas the Motorola one's a little bit more plain Android. And if I was going to get a plain Android phone, I'd probably go more the Google Pixel phone if I was going to do that. So I would go LG V20. I think it's a more exciting phone. The only thing that worries me about it is the camera. People that have the phone now are saying that it's not any better than the LG G5 camera, which they said is good, but it's not as good as the iPhone 7 or the Note 7. And I don't take a ton of photos, but I would like the phone I get to be just as good, if not better, than the phones that are out now,
Okay, and my last question to you is, I've been seeing some things about the Note 8 coming out. I don't know if you have, but and if you have seen anything about that?
I haven't not seen anything out about it. I don't think they're going to call it the Note. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. I don't have an inside scoop, but from all the rumors that I've been seeing, I think they're going to call it something else. And I think they'll still have a phone that has a stylus. I just don't think they're going to call it the Note 8. But at the same time, obviously when they do release a phone, whatever the Note replacement is, or Note 8, it's going to be crazy, man. I guarantee it's going to have a 4K screen. It's going to have a crazy processor and tons of RAM and all kinds of cool little features. I have no doubt it's going to be an awesome phone because the Note 7's already an awesome phone. I mean, what do you think? What do you think it's going to be an awesome phone, or what's some stuff you think it'll have?
Well, as far as from what I've seen so far about the Note 8, the S10 is going to be gone. It's going to be most definitely a better and bigger processor. I've seen some aggravated things that's going to be like, maybe it might be flexible I'm not sure how well that's going to be. I saw some flexible, like it's supposed to bend a little bit.
Okay.
You know how they did with the Sony? I think it was the Sony one, and it kind of like it was supposed to like be able to bend a little bit.
LG made a Flex that was a little bit bendy, but I know Samsung does have displays that actually curl up and stuff. So that'd be awesome if it kind of did like a little bit of a bend. Or I'd like to see.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be doing.
What I'd like to see is an indestructible screen that doesn't scratch or break, and I'd also like to see better battery life if they do release a new phone.
The battery life, they didn't say. I didn't see anything on the battery life, but the battery life would definitely be good. But Greg, thanks for taking my call. I mean, I appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. Keep everybody abreast. Man, one thing I can definitely look for in the morning is you popping up on the screen, and I know I got something to be looking forward to, because you be doing the damn thing, because I'm serious. Real talk.
Thanks,
I'll let
brother.
you get to some other callers.
I appreciate it.
And you do your thing, man. I got you covered, man. I got you on lock. I still got my Note 7, by the way.
You say that again? You have a Note 7?
I still have my Note 7.
Oh, yeah. I do too, man. I have to return.
I don't think I'm getting rid of it, though.
Oh, you're going to keep it?
I'm going to keep it.
I have to return.
I'm just going to get it unlocked and just keep it.
Okay. I mean, what are you going to do if they lock it down, though? If they put an update out?
I don't think they're going to do that. I just think they might not update it, but I don't think they're going to lock it down. I'll just have if that's the case, then I got a man to unlock it if they lock it down. But I don't think they're going to do that.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, we'll see where it goes with the Note 7. I would have loved to see them fix it and maybe put out a third version, but they're not going to do that. But yeah, man, good luck with the Note 7. Hopefully they don't block it out for you.
All right, cuz.
All right, dude.
Take
Have
it
a
easy.
good one. All right, phone lines are open, people. So if you want to call or text in, call now. Oh, I'm such a bad typer when this stuff happens. So let me check the text messages, see if I have any text messages rolling in this. No text messages yet. Phones are open. Mike Dinier, you're right. Mid-range are great value. I don't know if it's in the air. Pixel, maybe. No need to waste money on expensive devices. So if you guys are going to get... It's interesting because I'm right now using, again, my Nexus 6P, I should say. I'll be using this until either my... there we go. Call coming in. Ray, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, Greg? What's going on, man?
Going on, man. How are you doing?
Doing good. Just calling you. I've been following a lot what you've been saying. I was like blown away by that new regulation they put out about the phone on the plane. I said, it ain't what wanted to save $5,000, So I went to the AT&T store, and the manager, he had the same phone. So I went in there because I still use it. I'm putting it through its process. I haven't activated it, but I put it through its process. I've been charging it, playing around with it, watching movies on it, just going through it, see what is happening. And honestly, nothing. I had no issues, no heating. I mean, it's running great. And my neighbor has the same phone, running great. Buddy of mine, they have it, no problem. So could have been a few batches, but I got a bunch of phones I can always turn over to if I have to. I'm a geek like that when it comes to the phones. I have the HTC One X, the HTC M7, which is a good phone still. I listen to music off of it. I have a couple Apple products that I still use every now and then. But I love that Note 7, man. Oh my God, I can't give it up. It's so hard to give it away. I'm telling you. You don't know.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, I like getting new stuff all the time, so I'm not completely like hooked on it as some people are. But I know my wife is very disappointed. I know you are, obviously. I hear it all the time. That's my channel goes crazy with people that are so disappointed that they can't keep it, or that it's gonna get locked down, or it's just they're scared to have it. I hear it all the time, so I totally understand.
Well, you're doing a great job keeping us informed. That's why I've been on your channel. I found out, oh, wow, this guy sounds interested, and I like that you're keeping us informed because it's true. You're going on a plane, it ain't worth $175,000. Now, if you're going to keep it and you're not someone that flies, I don't fly a lot, so I'm not into flying.
Right.
But if you're desperate one, that's not something you want to take with you and get yourself jammed up in a situation with the government like that.
Exactly.
Because then, you gotta like safety first. You know?
We're flying on Saturday, and we have obviously Note 7, so we're definitely not going to bring them, but we're also not gonna we're gonna trade them in. So
yeah, I don't want to see a video of you being like that.
Imagine.
You forgot to take the Note 7 back. Yo, babe, you forgot to take the Note 7 back. That's crazy. No, I did. The last thing you want to make a video of, well, here I am, Greg Gibbs, we're inside here, state prison. You don't want that.
Get my channel bigger.
But listen, I was looking at some of the phones you were talking about, the Pixel. I like it. I think Google's doing a great job, but I don't think they're offering a lot to come with it for what they've asked them for. You know, it looks like a good phone.
It is expensive. I agree.
But I don't know what you think. I don't think it's offered after coming off the Note 7. I felt like we're downgrading to something less for about almost the same price, and I would just rather get the phone back and wait for the Note 8 if they do make a Note 8.
I think you're going to be surprised by it. I think a lot of people are. I think that, I mean, obviously it's not going to have an S Pen, but besides that, I mean, it has pretty much everything else. It has multi-window support. It has, it doesn't have a lot of tweaks in terms of like things you can change on it, like restart. I don't think you can restart at certain times and things like that. But I mean, I think it's going to be super fast. It has a faster processor than the Note 7. It's a different look. Obviously, it's not the prettiest phone, but at least they're trying something new. I don't know. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised by it, and I think it's going to be. I think it's a great phone for people that are coming from Apple. If they want to, it's a good transition device from someone going from Apple to Android because it doesn't have any junkware, bloatware on it, and it's just it's pretty intuitive. So I think that it's a good phone in that regard. I don't know. I can't wait to try it for sure. So, do you think you'll get that one or no?
Well, I'll tell you too good. I had an LG G Pro. I still got that one at home right here. What I liked about the LG phone, the process on it was really good. The pictures, taking like action pictures, like my son's play sports. Honestly, true. I tried every phone, even Samsung. When they were moving and trying to get the action shot, they made a great one. You know, on that phone and the LG G Pro. I took some great action phones. Where now the phones I use now, I can't get that picture. Even with the stabilization, I can't get that picture I want. You have to be like on point to get that action picture when they're running. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, it's like a professional camera. You're not going to get that professional camera feel, but with the LG Pro, I did like the way the stabilization for sports was on that phone. It had a great system in there. Whatever they used, you know, it was really good. And I still use it, take pictures on it, believe it or not. I'm looking at the LG V20. I want to see it. If I go and I like what I see, because, you know, I'm going to go tinker with it at the AT store when they get it out in a couple of weeks, I guess, or a week or so. Now, I'm going to look at that one, too. The thing I was more fond of is the waterproof. Nowadays, with us taking the phone everywhere we go, you know, you go to the bathroom, it falls, you know, or you wash your hands, you know, the waterproofing to me was a real big part of a phone because we're always taking a phone with us everywhere, and that's what I was looking at. You know, and that's what I liked about the Note 7. It had everything. It just had the waterproof, and those are the little things that you think might not matter, but does matter every now and then, you know, depending on the situation you're in. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, I that's one thing I kind of wish it had. I don't swim with the phone, but it'd be nice to just have it. It's nice to have it. It's a good feature, and at least at least it has a replaceable battery, which is nice. It has expandable memory. It does not have wireless charging, which I don't even use anyway, so I'm not that bothered by it. So it has some stuff that the Note 7 doesn't have, but it has some stuff the Note 7 doesn't have as well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
I know. Yeah. But that's why I didn't get the Note 5, and I stopped at the Note 4. Is the reason because removable battery is a give and take. I can use it sometimes, and I might not use it, but most of the time I probably have those new little compact chargers. You can plug it in and, you know, gives you a charge on your phone.
Yeah.
But so the room removable battery now is not, you know, all these new gadgets they got now, you can charge your battery without having to have, you know, an outlet or something to do that. So that wasn't too big for me of a deal. But the SD card was a big deal. You always need the extra storage.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone that takes a lot of pictures or videos, or you got kids and you all out of games like I do. That was the most important to me. That's why I didn't go for the Note 5. I kind of left that one alone because of that reason. And it wasn't a bad phone either.
Yeah.
That was a great phone. You know, now LG stepped it up. And the sad thing, LG is not getting the recognition right now. Like, you really don't hear about it. And I think that's going to be a sleeper, that one. Nobody's going to pass it up. And that's going to be a really good phone.
I think so too. All the words, everything I've been hearing about has been really good, except for, again, the camera's not bad, but I haven't heard like amazing things about the camera. So that's the only thing I think down point about this phone. Everything else I think is going to be on point. So.
Yeah, I think so too. But I don't know. I think, depends on the lighting. Some cameras can pick up good low light, and some mostly don't. I haven't seen a really camera can pick up good low light. If you were just to buy a camera, a digital camera, it doesn't have that kind of quality. Now that's something that you would think, and now these phones would perfect that. Right. Which in low light you really still don't get a good camera, a good shot. And even with the iPhone, I think they're the best that takes when it comes to low light. I think iPhone kind of edges out a lot of people with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. The Note 7 definitely is the best in low light, I think. The iPhone definitely improved, but I think I can't wait to see the Pixel phone in low light. I think it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
So we got two good phones coming out, and we'll see how that turns out. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, that's about it. I just want to get a little Tyler input. Tell you I still have this Note 7. I'm charging it right now. I'm still here.
Be careful.
All right. Hey.
Okay.
Have a good trip,
you too,
and take care and keep posting them videos. I'll be watching, okay?
Will do. Every day. I don't miss a day, trust me.
All right. One love, brother. Take care.
Later, brother. All right. Phone lines are open. 2 good calls, or 3 good calls. We have 3, really, with Joel. Phones are open now. So if you guys want to give it a call, again, this is number 619-721-3699. Someone was asking me if I know of another phone with 6 gigabytes of RAM. I don't know if I do. Android phone, 6 gigabytes. Oh, the Miko or something like that's going to have it. Or 8 gigs or something. Let's see. Oh, we got a call coming in. Oops. Luis.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Note 7 and the LG V10.
Yeah.
As far as a replacement phone, the only phone to replace the Note 7 for me is the Note 5. Let me explain why. Because if you're going to feature for feature, the only thing that's separated is the S Pen. Nobody can match that.
Yeah, that's
true.
So
that's the reason. That's the reason I said Note 5.
Yeah.
Second, the LG V10 is a pre-production model. So maybe the camera is not up too far because it's not the final product. That's what every reviewer that have it
That's
has
true.
been saying.
You mean the LG V20, right? Because you're saying the V10.
Oh, yeah, 20.
Okay,
My
yeah.
fault.
Yeah,
20.
no, I know that. I don't, but I'd be surprised if the camera improves that much in terms of, like, oh my God, now it blows us away. But you're right. It could. There's always a chance. I just don't think it's going to improve that much, but you're right. It also is a pre-production model that everyone has. And the phone, I'm definitely getting the phone. It looks awesome. I'm really, really excited about this phone.
Which color you getting?
I think I'm going to get the darker of the colors. The what is it?
Yeah, I
gray
love
or
the darker.
I think it's gray, or what's the other one? Silver, right? I think.
Yeah, silver and gray, like gunmetal gray.
Yeah, gunmetal gray. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to get. Yep. I'm just waiting to. I need to return my phone this week. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I've just been lazy about it. So I got to return my Note 7, and then I'm going to go to AT&T and pre-order this phone. I was going to buy it unlocked, but I'll just get the AT&T version. Yeah.
Because right now I'm just reviewing a Windows phone that I wanted in a giveaway. So I'm reviewing that. Well, I'm doing the first impression and on 5 features.
Okay.
That's the video that I'm working on, because for me, I like Android, But I'm not one-sided person. Let me explain why. The more you know, the well-rounded of a tech you become.
That's true.
And you could give your opinion. And that's why. So the only thing that I'm missing is really an iOS device. But I'm saving money for that, which I want to get the mini iPad 4. Because as far as tablets, I don't like big tablets. I like small form factor that is portable. You can carry everywhere, and it could be a beast of a house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just.
There's I wish Android would push their tablets actually a little bit more. I think that with, I don't know if you saw my video the other day about the Samsung Chromebook Pro.
Mm-hmm.
That thing looks legit, and it'll run Android apps too. And I'm excited about that Samsung Chromebook Pro.
Yeah.
It's $500, runs Android apps and the Chromebook operating system. And that thing looks so legit, man. I'm excited about it. It's finally a Chromebook I'm really excited to get.
Yeah, because if you look at it logically, I think, in my opinion, I don't know if you agree, I think Apple does better tablets than Android. The only Android tablet that comes real close is the Nvidia Shield.
I don't know. I like the S2. I know it's not a powerhouse, but I've never had issues with it in terms of having slowdown or anything like that. And it has the multi-window already, and I actually like that tablet better than the Google one. The Google one for me,
your heart loves omega-3s.
Was kind of big, or it just felt weird. It didn't feel right. In the Samsung one, definitely feels right.
Yeah, that's not so much better because Samsung got features for tablet. Google is just a plain game, so it's like a phone, but just a bigger size. So,
yeah.
I mean, the same argument was for Apple back in the days, but now they're doing multi-windows and different stuff, so they up their game in that area of tablets. But to be honest, I don't know, tablets been dying because nobody really talking about tablets. People been talking about hybrid, like tablet with a keyboard, like the Surface and stuff like that.
It's funny it's going back to that because we had Windows, everyone had Windows or a Mac, and then Chromebooks kind of got somewhat popular, and then everybody started getting tablets, and now it's kind of going back to a mixture of both. It's kind of funny that it's doing that. I like it that it's doing that because more people use their phones and stuff for apps than they do computers, but they still need computers. So I like it's turning into a hybrid of both finally.
Oh yeah, that's good. And the last question is, do you think that the Pixel phone and the Nexus phone is dying, or the Pixel's gonna take over, or they're just experimenting?
No, Nexus is dead. They already said they're not going to make any more Nexus phones, and they said that the Pixel phone, they're at least making 5 years of those phones. So the Pixel phone is going to be their lifeline for 5 years. And I like that. I mean, they could have stayed with the Nexus line. There's nothing wrong with staying with it. But now I think since they're taking over the hardware end of it and the software end completely, it'll just be the Pixel phone. The Nexus phone was always made they did the software, but somebody else always does the hardware. So now they're changing the name of the line to differentiate it, to let everybody know that they're handling it from A to Z. And I like that. I'm completely fine with that. Yeah. I like that they're going to be in control of it like Apple is. There's not a lot of manufacturers now that do that still. Samsung doesn't. Samsung kind of does it. They have their Tizen operating system, but a lot of people don't have that, and it doesn't have a lot of app support compared to what Android and Apple do. So I love it.
No, I understand what you're saying about Apple and Android. The last comment that I want to make, but if you look at it, it's all tied in and so tightly, and that's good because it'll work better. But if you look at it, actually, they're giving all the input, but they're not creating the hardware because the hardware was done by HTC. Apple don't do the shelf of the phone. It's done by somebody else.
Well, HTC, they came up with the design stuff. I think HTC, all they did was they used their factories or something like that. It wasn't really a big deal with what HTC did. Obviously Google doesn't have their own factories just yet. At least I don't think they do. So once they do, or who knows, they might even buy HTC. I know HTC did turn a profit this quarter, but other than that, they're not. They're one of the lowest performing top end phone producers right now out of the big five. So I wouldn't be surprised if Google or somebody else buys them out sooner than later.
Yeah. So well, anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you,
before I leave, I want to say something to everybody. People, if you don't have money to support any YouTuber, you can hit a like. That's a go a long way, and watch the video, and that's good. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
Thank you. That's
With
awesome.
that said, I'm out.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling as always.
Yep.
All right, bye. Awesome call right there. Thank you for the support, Luis. Phone lines are open. I want to give a big, let me say phone lines are open. Call now. I want to give it up to my buddy Joel in the chat room holding up. He is the chat moderator. Make sure you click on his name eventually sometime throughout the show or at the end of the show to subscribe to him. Alex.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
What do you got today? What's going on? Where are you calling? What state are you in?
Are you GregglesTV?
Yes, I am. Are you Alex?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Hi. I'm from Jersey. I'm from York. I'm from New York.
New York. Okay, I'm going there this Saturday for like a second, and then I'm driving up to Montreal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man.
Hi. I had some questions about the Samsung Chromebook.
Yeah, what's going on? What's your questions?
Is it worth getting?
Man, I'm definitely getting it. That thing looks so legit. Can you just mute your you listening to me because I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you mute it first.
Hi. Okay. Yeah.
Do you know how to mute it?
Oh yeah, I can mute that. Yeah. So, do you think the Samsung Chromebook is actually worth getting?
Yes, I do.
And
It's
yeah,
I think it is worth getting. If you're somebody that needs a laptop, especially if you love Android operating apps, I should say, this is perfect because it gives you a little bit of everything. You get the Chromebook side where you can get real fast and you can do all your web browsing and run your Chrome apps. But at the same time, if you need to go a little bit more in depth, you need the Windows apps like Microsoft Word and Excel and some chat apps and everything like that. This can do that as well. So I think this is definitely going to be a game changer. I think this is going to be a big seller for Samsung and Google if they can get this out in time for the holidays, because this thing has a beautiful screen. It's a tablet or a laptop. It's got enough RAM. The hard drive is a little small, 32 gigs, but you can plug in an external hard drive or a micro SD or SD card. So for $500, I would definitely recommend this little device for sure.
I was wondering, what kind of phone do you have?
I have a few phones right now. So I got the Galaxy Note 7, which I'll be returning soon. I have a OnePlus 3, and I have a Nexus 6P.
Oh, let me tell you the phones that I have.
Yeah, tell me what you got.
As of now, I have the iPhone 7 Plus,
Wow.
the Galaxy S7 Edge. I am getting the Pixel in the mail. And then I also have, what is it called? I also have a HTC 10 and then a V20.
Why do you have so many phones?
Oh, I have to ship back. I'm shipping back the S7 Edge because it overheats too much.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I mean, you got a lot of phones. I mean, you'll have something to choose from for sure.
And I was wondering if you could subscribe to me.
Sure, I can definitely look into it. Just just shoot me a little email at GregglesTV and I'll check out your channel.
Okay. And I also had a couple other questions.
Okay.
What is your most recommended smartphone?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, if you're an iPhone person, obviously get one of the. I'd say get the iPhone 7 Plus. If you're an Android person, I would say at the moment, I would personally say to either get the S7 Edge if you're a Samsung guy or you want to try Samsung. Otherwise, I would say either get the Google Pixel phone or the LG V20. If I had to choose one Android phone for you to try at this moment, I would tell you to try the LG V20.
Oh, and then what about tablets? What about tablets?
Yeah, so tablets, I like the Tab S2. The Tab S3 is coming out soon. I was actually going to do a story on that, but I actually forgot to. But the Tab S3, the specs or it got. I know there was something in here. So it's going to come out Q1 2017. The Tab S3 should be another legit device. I'm interested in that. So right now, I'd say either the Tab S2 if you need something immediate, or if you can wait a few months, get the Tab S3.
And what do you think for like Apple users? Do you think the Apple users should switch over to these other tablets?
If they want to try something new, for sure, yeah. If they're happy where they are, then just stay where you are. Don't ruffle your feathers too much, unless you like to ruffle your feathers. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling for today.
Pepsi invites you into the world of Alessia Cara and meet the talent who have reimagined
so guys,
her
phone
single
lines are
Scars
open.
to Your Beautiful.
Sorry, a little music was playing there. Phone lines are open if you want to call 619-721-3699. So, is someone calling right now? What's going on here? All right. All right. So, if you guys want to call in 619-721-3699. What's going on? 614. Where are you calling from, and who's on the phone?
Hey, what's up, Greg? It's B. Ross, Columbus, Ohio, Everyday Tech. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm better now. I'm saying you gotta love the kids. Gotta love the kids.
Yeah.
All right, I want to change direction, and I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Thank you. I understand.
All right. Sorry. All right, change the direction just a little bit. This is really more or less for those individuals who are out there, watching and listening. I know some folks have already asked me, I switched from the Note 7 for the second time. Anyway, and I went back to the S7 Edge for the second time. I think you posted it, and I haven't done it, but, I saw something about, some functions of the Note 7 coming to the S7 Edge, one of which I actually updated today, actually a couple hours ago, which was the always-on display. Now,
Okay.
I know a lot of folks were like, I've heard people say, well, what phone should I go with? That seems to obviously be the question. So for anybody listening, in my opinion, you tell me what you think about it. The reason why I say the S7 Edge, design, feel, overall functionality, and with the fact that it looks like Samsung is bringing some of that Note 7-ish feel software-wise over to the S7 Edge, or I'm assuming anything else really at that point, that might be an option for folks to look at. Some folks are like me, are kind of limited to their specific carriers. So, for somebody watching, I'd say, look at what your carrier has. Not a lot. Most of us don't have $600, $700, $800, $900 to go spend on the phone. So, what are your options? If you've got a Note 7, and you can, within your respective carriers, S7 Edge, hands down. If you have Verizon, I've had the opportunity recently to try out my mother is an IT manager for Verizon. I got a chance to play with the Moto Z for the first time. Absolutely ignorantly wonderful. So if you have that as an option, you want to dip outside of the Samsung realm, that would be a good device. But for those that want to stay in the Samsung world, if you haven't done the update, check your phone now and see what you get specifically. So far, all I've seen is the always on display. Have you seen anything else or heard or read about anything else with regards to that?
Do you mean the updates for the S7 Edge?
Yeah.
I have. Well, no, I haven't. I would like to see them bring the settings menu to the S7 Edge that the Galaxy had. I kind of liked that settings menu. I did hear about that they were going to do this update a while ago, and looks like they finally did it today. So it's good that. What else is not there that would be missing? I'm obviously not going to get the S Pen or anything like that, but I had last time I had an S7 Edge was, I don't even know, 4 months ago, something like that. So I can't remember what the Note 7 had versus what the S7 Edge doesn't have. Do you remember?
I mean, from my recollection, like I said, this is the second one, so it has been a while. But one thing I've definitely noticed, and maybe it's just I'm getting old, but I think the icon packs look a little different. Something about it, it's just not it doesn't have the same feel. I'm not. I mean, it may sound strange. I started working for a new company that actually sells various wireless carriers and whatnot. So I'll go in tomorrow and I'll let you know if that Note 7 is still sitting there. But something in my back of my brain is telling me there was something I kind of noticed that the eye contact just looks a hair
different.
Huh. That's all I can say. I'll have to dive into the devices and see for sure. Because I, like a lot of people, I didn't really use a whole lot of stuff. I used the S Pen when I was editing videos. Obviously, it's a little easier to do.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I didn't really use the S Pen, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
So, did you say you worked for one of the carriers?
I do. I actually work for Target Mobile. I run one of the Target Mobile locations here.
So, kind of like a broad question. So, what phone are most people buying right now that if you had a guess, or what you think think of that?
From what I'm seeing so far, I'm seeing a lot of people settle for iPhone 7s now that they're available. People are wanting the Plus, and they're just kind of settling for the 7. Folks are still. We do get folks on a day-to-day basis that have Note 7s. They typically, I'm kind of suggesting, just from a familiarity standpoint, I'm suggesting something in the Samsung realm. Like a Note 5 S7 Edge. But they all want those individuals are wanting the iPhone 7 Plus for some reason.
It's so boring, the iPhone 7. I think anyway.
It is. I totally agree with you. I canceled my order just because of the fact that when I got an iPhone 6s Plus, I updated to iOS 7, went into the store just to kind of see some comparisons. There's no difference.
Yeah.
There's just none, other than the water resistant capability. Okay, what do you freaking do? The camera options are a little bit better, but once again, if you're like most people, what I tell people, like if you're like 85% of Americans, you are going to use Facebook, Twitter, maybe Instagram, send a text message with a picture attached to it and an email once in a blue moon.
Yep.
The camera is not, the quality is not going to change. You will not see this quote-unquote revolutionary difference in camera quality. You won't. So why spend the money on it if you don't have to?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just my, just my opinion.
I think it feels cheaper than the one. Like that home button, when the whole body clicks in, to me that feels cheap.
I hate that.
I think it feels so cheap.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
When you're trying to show somebody how to set it up for the first time, and they're coming from traditional iPhones,
yep.
They look at you like, well, what's wrong with this button? Okay, you didn't know what you bought. Let me explain. And then I have to break it down and well, I don't know if I like that. Well, this is part of doing research before you buy. You come in hardcore pressed. Sorry, that's just the sales part. I'll leave that out there. But like I said, something, maybe, I don't know, I mean, you dive into more specifics and newsworthy stuff than I do, but maybe something to look into as far as these updates are concerned for the S7 Edge, for individuals who are maybe still looking, for what their options are. Obviously, we know the V20 is coming and whatnot. That's probably going to be my next phone, more than likely. But, for those individuals like my wife, she's a diehard Samsung fan.
Yeah.
She won't. I got her into a V. What is it? I'll put her in a V10. She said, "Well, didn't you have that phone last year?" And I loved it, so I got her one. She hated it. She had that thing for like a week. It was like, this is not working for me. Happy wife, happy life. You understand that?
Yeah,
and
I do.
Both tech guys, you can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yes, baby, and keep it moving. So I got her a Note 5, and she's cool. She's happy. She's not barking at me. So. I would just think, if you, like I said, you do something that I don't do, you dive into it. Maybe if you can look into some more specifics of what these options are. So that when I get to the office tomorrow, we can compare and see what you see what I see, and
it's a good
just
point.
let people know what is and what isn't. So because obviously not everybody's got that kind of money, and getting the pixels and all that stuff, yeah, not that serious to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's more or less the same phone anyway, the S7 Edge. I mean, there's a few differences, obviously. It feels different. Like the display is a little bit different. But, yeah, otherwise, it's more or less the same phone internally. So, hopefully, if people want a Samsung phone, they'll go to that phone. Otherwise, I think the next phone that they'd want to try, if they want a feature pack phone, is like we both said, the LG V20, I think would be the next thing they should try.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing once again for you guys listening. I did the update about 2 hours ago. Yes, we know the Note 7 had problems and it was blowing up and smoking and all that. Your S7 Edge, at least for me, I have T-Mobile. That phone was stupid hot. Don't freak out. It's an update. Don't go calling to your carrier. Tell about you want your money back. It got hot. It cooled down. So have a Coke and a smile and relax. It'll be all right. I'm done.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. I'll holler at you later.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. All right, bye. All right, so awesome call right there. Everyday Tech. Phones are open. I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat. I'm sorry, guys. It's tough. I got Joel helping me. He sent me a text, and every time I'm about to read the question. So Ben Prater's writing, I have the Note 7. Is it really worth keeping if it doesn't receive updates? Ben, get rid of the phone. Do not keep your Note 7. I'm so sorry about the long wait. Phone lines are back open. Here we go. Hey, Nate. What's going on, buddy?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Who's this?
My name is right now. My name is actually Nate. I'm a huge fan.
Thanks, man. How's it? Where are you? What state are you in?
New Jersey.
Oh, awesome, man. Like I said, I'm headed over that way next weekend. So I won't be in New York, but I'll be over that way. So what's going on, man? What do you got today?
Well, I was watching your stream. I actually had a Note 7, but I'm kind of upset that I had to trade it in. I actually switched to an LG V10, then I got an iPhone 7. I really regret getting the iPhone because I love my Note 7.
So wait, let me go over this because you broke up a little bit. You had a Note 7. You traded it in for a what?
V10.
A V10. And then I think you said you didn't like that, so you got an iPhone 7?
No, I liked the V10, but I wanted to get an iPhone 7 to try it out.
Oh, okay.
I had it.
Did you get it? Are you going to get an iPhone 7 or no?
I have one already, but I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it? Is it your first iPhone?
No, but I never realized how bad it was.
Oh, sorry, you broke up a little bit there, man. Yeah, the iPhone 7 is super boring. Or any iPhone, I think they're all boring. You can't do anything with it. They built the phone for you. It's like almost having like a flip phone. You had a flip phone, you couldn't change anything about it either. You can change the wallpaper on an iPhone, that's about it. And you can put some apps and folders, and there you go. That's your customization. So,
yeah, I agree.
It's kind of
didn't really use Android to customize too much, but I do like the features that, like, it let me see, like, I had a Gear S2. It let me see my steps on the home screen, which I liked.
Yeah, I like how you can customize your home screens. You can delete home screens. You can do a lot of stuff with the Android. You got your widgets right on the home screens. You can change your icon packs. You can change a lot of stuff. Some phones you can change even the themes, like the Samsung phones and the LG phones. You can change the theme. So I like that Android gives you a lot of choice. And also Android, you get tons of devices to choose from. And they all come out all the time throughout the year, so you always have a different choice. So that's really cool. Anything else you want to talk about today?
Yeah. What carrier do you recommend? I'm on T-Mobile, and I love it.
Yeah.
I actually use the Jump plan.
Yeah, I think it depends where you live. I mean, like where I live in California, I have AT&T and Verizon work really well, and then in other spots, T-Mobile works pretty good, but it doesn't work in others. So out here, if you lived out in California, I would tell you to either get Verizon or AT&T. If T-Mobile's really good where you are, I'd say stick with them because you get the chance for unlimited data, whereas with some of the other carriers, you don't get unlimited data, but they'll slow down your data. So it just depends. Like my work gives me a discount with AT&T, so it's actually cheaper for me to have AT&T rather than T-Mobile. But yeah, it really depends where you are and how the service is. But you like T-Mobile so far?
Like a year.
Say it again.
I've had it for a year, and I really like it.
Oh, okay. What did you have before?
Verizon.
Verizon, okay. Yeah, man. That's so. Yeah, if you're happy with T-Mobile, stick it out. I mean, they always get you. That's the cool thing about GSM carriers like T-Mobile and AT&T is you can buy any phone you want more or less, throw a SIM card in it, and it'll just work. Whereas with Sprint and Verizon, you have to add it to their network, or it has to be a CDMA phone. So stick with T-Mobile, man, if you're happy, for sure.
Yeah. Also, did you hear about the OnePlus 3 being taken off OnePlus's website, and they might make a new phone?
Yeah, we did my Thursday show, my Thursday live show with Initial Focus. He and I talked about it. It's gonna have a Snapdragon 821. It was rumored to have an LCD screen, but it's gonna have an AMOLED screen still. So I mean, it's not a huge jump up in performance with the 821, but it's cool that they're doing it. I'm not bothered by it. It won't make me go out and get another OnePlus 3 just because it's a little fast, and I'm not mad at them either. What about you? What do you think about it?
I think that I really like OnePlus because they give you people who really can't afford high-end phones. They still give them the high-end options, like. They give them high-end specifications at a lower price. So it's definitely a great company, and I think that they should make some phones. They should make some more phones.
Oh yeah, I love the idea of that company. I mean, it's a great phone. You can customize it a lot of ways with the buttons and the software, and it's got an aluminum body like a lot of the other high-end phones. It has the same processor and RAM. Actually, it has more RAM than the Note 7. So in some ways, it meets and beats the Note 7, and then in other ways, it loses. But overall, that's a great phone, especially for $400.
Also, can you subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Yeah, shoot me an email, man. I'll check it out through GregglesTV at Gmail. Appreciate that.
I just said hi in the chat just in case.
Okay, tech tips. All right, man. I see it. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling.
All right,
thank you. Brother. Have a good one. All right, that was Nate. Phone lines are back open. We're doing good. Thank you so much for Joel. He is doing badass work in there. Joel is... Click on his name again to subscribe. Thank you so much, Joel. Greg, I ran out today and bought a Mi Box. What are the little round out cans that appear on the right-hand side of the screen? I can't seem to click on them or anything. Ricky, I don't know what you're talking about. Send me an email, Ricky, with a picture of that, because I don't know what you're talking about. It's Alex Tech Review.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, man? How are you?
I had a couple other questions to ask you from before.
Okay. Oh, you called earlier, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you 2 questions, okay? Because we got to have other people call too.
Okay. What do you recommend for computers?
Are you a Mac or a PC?
I don't know. I honestly, now I have the iMac. Right now I have the iMac 510.
Okay, so do you edit your videos with iMovie or with I can't think of what the other one's called. What do you add?
Final Cut.
Use Final Cut. Okay, so use Final Cut. If you like Final Cut, the only computer you can get is a Mac computer, an Apple computer.
But what do you recommend for PCs?
It just depends what your price range is, or do you want a laptop or a desktop?
I don't know. Honestly, laptop or desktop, but what do you recommend for laptop?
Laptop, I just picked up a nice Samsung one that's pretty legit. It's the, what is it called now? Samsung Spin 9. Samsung Spin 9. Check that one out. That's pretty nice. It turns into a tablet too if you want it. That's real nice. Samsung Spin 9. What's that?
I don't know. Honestly.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you said.
What do you recommend for desktops?
Desktops, I mean, there's so many out there, man. I don't know. Just get something that has an i7.
I had another question. What is your email again?
GregglesTV@gmail.com.
Okay, and No, I was wondering if you could subscribe to me again.
Okay,
again.
I'm gonna subscribe twice.
Okay.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling, dude. All right. Phone lines are open. Call now. But let's see. Thank you so much, Joel, still. Alex keeps calling. He's the man. Marlis, I called Verizon. Oh, my God. Nate's. I can't remember if this is. Nate, what's going on?
Hello.
Hey.
It's Texas again.
Huh?
I have another question that
Oh my God. These kids are just calling me now. The kids keep calling. I got prank callers. $830, what's going on?
Hey, this is Krista in New Braunfels, Texas. How are you doing?
Good. Finally, there's no kids calling right now.
I know. I know. I had to squeeze in between Alex's calls.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And then there was Nate, too. I think they're with each other trying to mess with me.
Oh, okay. They're having a slumber party, I guess.
Sounds like it. What's going on? So you're in Texas, you said?
Yes, I'm in New Braunfels, Texas. I called you a few weeks ago because I got stuck in a 2-year lease on a S5, and my lease is up at the end of November.
Uh-huh.
But I wanted to talk to you about this just bizarre phenomenon that is the Note 7. This phone was only out for, 6 weeks, and people are so stuck on it and I'm one of them. I didn't even have one. And now I want the new version of whatever it's going to be so bad that I'm just going to stick with my little S5 until the new one comes out.
Yeah, it's you're gonna have to wait a while. But did you try the S7 Edge?
No, I looked at one at the store, and then I heard that the S8 is going to come out in February. So
yeah, that's true. It will. It'll be out in February or March. So you have that option too, and that'll have a 5.5-inch screen. So yeah, if you can wait it out.
Yeah.
I mean, is your S5 still working good?
Yeah, it is, and actually, thanks to your little Android for beginners, I installed the Nova Launcher on it.
Okay. Yep.
And I bought a new case for it, so it kind of seems like it's a new phone now. So.
Kind of tricking yourself.
Yeah, I am. I'm totally tricking myself into thinking I've got a new phone until this new next great thing comes out. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you can also. You can throw widgets on there to spice it up a little bit more, and you got the Nova Launcher, which you can completely customize. You can change the icon packs if you want to make it look even more different. So you can get some more life out of that. Does it have Android 6.0 on there? Do you know, or you're not sure?
It does. About 6 weeks ago, it picked up the Marshmallow. So at least I don't think it's gonna pick up. Nougat, but
yeah, that's okay though. I mean, and you also have the option if you're really trying to get a phone, you can get one of these OnePlus 3s or the Axon 7 if you want to get something quick or you just want to get something new. But yeah, no, if you're fine, stick with it. That one comes with an SD card, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it does, and it's. Yeah, you can, and it's got you can remove the battery, and it'll be okay for another 4 or 5, 6 months until I might end up going with the S8 early, in next year. So I don't know though. I kind of really want that S Pen.
Yeah, and hopefully they make another phone that has it. I mean, we don't even have. They might change the name, and if they do change the name, I'm actually really curious what they'd actually call it. I wonder if they would just call it the S Pen phone or something like the Pen, the Note Pen, or who knows what they'll call it. Or maybe they'll just get rid of it completely. I said it last week. I tend to wonder how many people actually use the Pen anyway. I know I don't really use it that much. So it kind of makes me wonder how many people actually do. I would, if I had to guess, I would think 25% of the people actually use it on a regular basis.
Yeah. Yeah, I was planning on using it, but I never even got my hands on one. So
you should just buy one on eBay just to play with it on your phone. I don't even. It might work. I don't know if it would work. I should try it on one of my other Android phones. But yeah. So yeah, you got a couple of options. You got your S8, or you can wait it out till the Note 8 So yeah, is there anything else you had? You got any other questions you had?
No, I just wondered about the people who are saying that they're going to just keep their Note 7. That's not really a smart idea, is it? Because eventually they're not going to get updates, and they're not going to be supported, and they're not going to be able to sell them. So
you're done with it. I mean, if they have it now, you can't fly with it. So if you want to travel, you're going to have a backup phone. If it's not going to get any updates. If it gets any updates at all, it's going to be ones that debilitate it. It's going to render it useless. So there's really no point of holding onto the phone unless you are a hacker and you can hack it and block everything out from it. But otherwise, 99% of the people don't hack their phones. So I would just say get rid of the damn thing. Be safe.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, anyway, thanks for your little training videos on Android. 'Cause now
You're welcome. If you ever have questions, just shoot me an email, or because the comments are getting a little bit crazy nowadays, and which is a good thing for me. But I'm having trouble keeping up with all the comments now. So, but I appreciate you watching and calling in.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Y'all take care.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thanks so much for calling. Phone lines are open. Phones are open. All right. So she was saying, you got a couple of phones coming up for Samsung. You got in February/March, you get the S8 coming out. 908, what's going on?
Hi, it's Nate again. I actually have a serious question.
Oh my God. These kids. The kids keep calling in. So if you guys want to call in, 619-721-3699 if you have questions. The phones that are coming out, like I was saying, is S8. You got the Note 8 as well. You can definitely get those, pick those up in the next 6 months to, not even 6 months. You got what? Today's October, November. You got 3-4 months until the S8 comes out. And then the Note 8 would be out in another probably 10, 11 months. Marlis, what's going on? Hello? Marlis.
Hey.
How are you?
Sorry about that, Greg.
That's okay. You're saving me from these kids, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, man. I thought my Bluetooth was connected to my phone. I'm talking on my Note 5, and I got to say, I've seen a lot of people, coming out with videos saying, if you guys wanting to replace your Note 7, these are the phones to get. And it's very generic. They're talking about the iPhone or the LG V20. But a lot of them aren't mentioning phones like the OnePlus 3 or the Axon 7.
I did.
Those are viable options that are affordable. Mm-hmm. They offer, large displays. They're 1080p, but I think those are other options that, people should consider.
Yep.
Outside of, the norm with like your iPhone and your S7.
Yeah, when I made my list, I mentioned the OnePlus 3 and the Axon 7. Those are two phones. But Axon you can buy at Best Buy. OnePlus 3 is going to be a little bit more harder to get because you have to buy it online. But then you have your LG V20s and your iPhones, like you said earlier. So you do have a good range of phones to get. But a lot of people don't know about the OnePlus 3 because you can't just go into the store and buy it. At least here in America, you can't. So most people have to be taught about that phone, and if you don't know about the phone, they won't buy the phone. And OnePlus 3 doesn't do any commercials on TV, and they don't do much, if at any, advertising online. It's mostly just word of mouth stuff, and they've built a good following doing that. But unfortunately, unless they get that phone into Best Buy or a local carrier, a lot of people will probably never know about that phone, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's sad because there are other options that are under, for $399 or $399 that are viable with regards to people replacing their Note 7. That was a really tough sell for me. I mean, my wife had to convince me. She was like, honey, if you don't take your phone back, you got to sleep on the couch. And I was like, okay, the phone's going back.
That's pretty funny.
And so it was Yeah, I know, but it's a true story. We all went through the recalls, and so I was like, damn it, I don't want to take this phone back, but you know what? I went ahead and did it. And when I went into Verizon, actually, they didn't even know about the promotion that Samsung was, offering, getting $100 in credit if you decide to get a Samsung phone, or if you go with another, line that gives you $25 credit. I actually had to educate some of the sales staff over in Verizon, when I was taking my Note 7 back, because it was like, wait a minute, you guys, there is a promotion right now, and they're like, oh wow, didn't know that. So it's a lot of the people that work at these stores, unfortunately, they're not very, they're not, I don't want to say they're not very educated, but they're not as tech savvy as we are when it comes to, knowing the differences between the devices, learning what the promotions are so they can offer the best services to us, the customer. And so anyway, I just wanted to kind of touch on that and get your opinion on whether or not, if you are going to get the Pixel, right, are you going to go directly through Google Play, or are you going to go through Verizon? I was wanting to ask you that last time we talked.
Yeah, I don't have Verizon. I have AT&T, so I already bought it. I bought it through the Google Play Store, or Google Store, whatever you want to call it. So I got the 128, I got the silver, and I should be getting. I did overnight shipping because I want to try to get it before I go on my my trip this Saturday to Canada, so that I can use it up there for the week and give you guys some good idea of what I like and not like about the phone. So I'm excited to try it. The only thing that I think one of the big question marks about the phone is the camera, but Google's telling us it's the best rated camera, and it's, even though it doesn't have optical image stabilization, the electronic image stabilization is really legit. So I like that stuff. I like hearing that stuff about the phone. I think the phone's going to be fast. I have no worries about that because it's vanilla Android. Like vanilla Android is always fast. So I think it's going to have a lot of pluses for it. Like I said, I think it's going to impress a lot of people. I think the only thing people that come from Samsung phones, I think, are going to be a little turned off by it, just because it doesn't have a ton of extra software tweaks and features like the Samsung phones do. But I think those features sometimes slow down the phone. So to me, I'd rather have a slimmed down, fast phone rather than a phone that has full of features that slows down and bogs down at times.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I will. To Samsung's credit, though, the multi-window feature is something that Samsung's had in their devices for a very long time, and Google, they were like, we kind of need that. That's kind of nifty. So, I will tell you what I plan on doing. I'm gonna grab a Pixel phone, right? I'm gonna get one, but I'm probably gonna throw Nova Launch on it, just because.
I don't
just
blame
because
you.
I'm not really a fan of how they're doing their launcher. I do want the near stock experience. But there are some gesture controls that I like that I can set up with Nova that I've been doing on all my phones. I will tell you, one of the biggest things that's tough for me right now, that I'm struggling with right now, is Samsung Pay. I've gotten so used to that as a payment option. As a mobile platform payment option, there's nothing like it. I mean, it works virtually anywhere.
Yeah.
If you can swipe a card, it works. And so I've gotten so used to that. So luckily, I have a Note 5. But it makes it real tough for me to want to try other devices. But I am going to grab the Google Pixel. I've already ordered it. But I'm looking forward to see your review, and so we can find out what's really good and what's really bad about it.
Yeah, I agree, and I can't wait to compare it against the LG V20, because both of those devices are going to be the most talked about devices, at least in the tech world, on YouTube for the next month or two for sure, because we don't have any, at least I don't think, there shouldn't be any new phones before Christmas except for these two phones, and then starting in January we'll get some more news about the S8, and then February we'll probably see the release, or at least the announcement of it, and then March, so we're, at least for the next 3 months, those two phones should be the talk of the town for sure.
Yeah, I kind of think LG slept a little bit on this whole opportunity to bring their phone out right after the Samsung issue. I hate even talking about it, but I think they kind of waited longer than they needed to. I mean,
I don't know why they're waiting. I don't know why they're waiting. They have the people. Every tech YouTuber except for myself, it seems, has this damn phone, and if they have it, and I know they're saying that the software is not finished, but pretty much it's finished, I guarantee. So release the damn phone. I'd rather have a phone that like 99% works than maybe that 1% it's a little buggy and I can get an update a month later. You know, it's going to be buggy regardless. I guarantee it. Every phone is buggy somewhat in the beginning until they start putting some updates out. So release the damn phone. Stop. Why do we have to wait till the 28th? Especially when they know they could pounce on this Samsung thing. Even Google. I mean, Google should pounce.
Exactly. At least try to get ahead of Google, their Pixel product.
Yeah.
You know, or at least release it on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that it's a full week behind the Pixel. So, but we'll see. I honestly think LG, when it comes down to the Android market space, right? LG has been one of those companies that kind of, I don't want to say they listen more than Samsung, but they've kind of kept some vital components going into their phones. They're keeping the IR blaster and a removable battery and the micro SD card support. But the other thing is when you look at Samsung, they added some features that a lot of other phones haven't up until now, like the water resistancy and the wireless charging. I typically don't use wireless charging. So, I mean, I'm not going to miss that. Mm-hmm. But we'll see how it works. Hopefully LG will come out and, you know, get ahead of the curve. And I'm looking forward to that Pixel review.
Me too, man. Just need to get my damn hands on it. But is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Or are you good?
No, I'm good, brother. I'm good. You have a good night, man.
Thanks, man. You too.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right.
All right, guys. So we'll probably take a couple more calls, 1 or 2 more calls here, and then we'll wrap the show up. Phone lines are open. Hopefully my little buddies aren't listening to me more. They probably had to go to bed. Alex, don't call me, buddy. You had enough calls today. When is Mobile World Conference 2017? I think it's in January, isn't it? Oh my God, it's Nate. Nate, I'm not picking up, buddy. You called enough. If you got a question, ask in the chat. Let me check the. What we got going on? 213. Who do we get on the phone today?
Hello.
Hi.
My name's.
All right, so these kids are calling in. So guys, thanks so much. I'm gonna wrap up the show right now, I guess, because the kids are annoyingly. Yeah, Joel, you can ban Alex and Nate if they keep talking. I can't block them on the phone because they keep changing their number, unfortunately. But yeah, so let me just check the SMSs. Area code 414 is asking about the coral blue Galaxy S7 Edge. Yeah, it looks cool. I like it that they're bringing that color to the S7 Edge. Hey, you call me back now. Just looking, you guys have some voicemails here, but a lot of them don't say anything. I think you just got the voicemail and hung up. Hey, Greg, what do you think about Samsung removing the home button on the S8 next year? And was having a full screen display. I think that's cool. I'm down with them just doing that like all the other Android phones, removing the home button. That's area code 910 asking that. Another blank voicemail. For the... let me just put this... Someone, you sent some icons on the device. Where's my thing? So someone was texting me about some icons that show up over to the right, and I don't think I have those icons on the Mi Box. Yeah, I don't have them. I don't know why you have those. Let me look at that picture again. Uh-oh. 602.
Greg, this is Ray in Phoenix.
Ray, thank you for calling me. I've had enough of the kids today.
Oh man, I didn't get to join you, but late. But a few minutes ago I caught it, and I tell you, your patience is wonderful. Man. I mean, the kids are so brilliant these days, man.
I know.
And it's because we're helping them, and
Yep.
you should be proud of yourself for doing that. And even if people get impatient, that just hopefully they'll understand for a little bit, and you handle it very well.
Thank you, sir.
You helped out the kid, man. Kids got more stuff than I ever thought about having.
Too much. They got too much. What do you got going on today, Ray?
Just wanted to bring you up to date. Let's see. I told you I got my Edge, which you don't give a shit. But anyway, the the penalty or the fine. You know what? They got to do that, man. What's going to happen if a plane goes down?
That's true. That would be super scary.
Oh yeah, no. And I tell you, this relaxes me a little bit about flying because. The mentality of some people out there. Somebody will bring one on a damn plane, leave it turned on, just stupidity,
Yeah, no, I'm actually with you. I love it because I don't like flying, and I love that it's not. This is probably furthest thing from my mind when I'm flying, but I like the fact that the FAA or CDSC, whoever you want to say, is putting this ban on it. I love that they're doing this so to keep the greater good safe. So I like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that we don't need to be worrying about that. This is one less thing to worry about if they're looking out for us,
Exactly.
That's the way I feel about it anyway. Hell, that's probably not enough to scare us off. Hell, I'll do this. They're not going to catch me. That kind of crap. You know what? If I ever see somebody with a Note 7, I mean, I'm kind of an old guy, but I'd be thumping on somebody.
I can't wait to see you on the news.
I'm trying to bring a little bit of comedy to your show tonight, man.
You brought it. That's fine. It's better than those kids. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And I'm glad. And everything works out all the way around. People think better of you for doing that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as you squeeze everybody else in, it's cool, man.
Exactly. I just want everyone to be able to, if they have something to say, I want them to be able to talk about it because that's what this is about.
Yeah.
It's for everyone to kind of give their opinions and thoughts on whatever's going on in tech for that week.
I agree with you 100%, man. Yeah. I mean, cool. I've learned a lot from those kids.
It's cool. I mean, because
they teach me every day.
Exactly. You can just put on, and that's what's cool about YouTube is you can learn anything you want, from computers to how to fix the toilet to anything. It's the best invention in a long time.
I wish I'd have had it growing up. I'll be 70 this year, man, and God, I'm just so amazed at guests. I keep thinking, what if I would have had that when I was 10 or 15 or whatever, Just amazing, man. But that's neat anyway.
I know. That's what I mean. You think about you're 70 right now, and in about 30, 35 years, I'll be 70. And think of how much stuff is going to change by then.
I know. It's amazing. And
amazing.
And then our parents were thinking the same thing. So, it's just a big circle, man. It's pretty neat.
Yep, it's definitely
But anyway, thanks, Ed. I enjoy listening to you and everybody else that calls in, too.
Of course. I mean, Ray, thanks for always calling in and commenting and emailing. That's all. I appreciate it.
Good deal. Good talking to you, Greg.
You too, Ray. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, so that was Ray. So I'm going to call up my buddy, the chat moderator, Joel, get a final talk down about the show. So let's give Joel a quick call. Wrap this show up. Hey, Joel, before you start up.
What's going on?
What's up, Joel? Joel, one sec. Just let me give everyone an announcement. So as you guys know, I'm going away to Canada on Saturday. So Sunday, obviously, I probably won't be able to do this show. So I know I do it every Sunday, but most likely I will not be doing this show Sunday. If I do it for whatever reason, it's going to be, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it would probably end up being pretty ghetto. So I probably most likely just won't do the show at all. So if you want to make sure you're here, I will be doing it the following Sunday. So the 29th, let me see, the 30th. October 30th, I will be back doing this show. So for next Sunday, I won't be doing it. I will still be releasing a video every day, even though I'm away. I'll definitely be doing my news shows, but I'll also try to do my regular shows where I give my how-tos or reviews and stuff like that. I'm going to try my best to get that stuff out. But anyways, Joel, I so appreciate you being the chat moderator, especially today, your first day being the chat moderator, official chat moderator. Before you were kind of the unofficial one. I know you took that upon yourself to kind of help everyone out, and I appreciate that. But what was kind of the synopsis of today? What were a lot of people asking and talking about?
So I think everyone's willing to try new phones. There's some who are going to actually just stick with their Note 5s that they have. But most definitely seems like people are excited to try new phones, including the Google Pixel phones, LG V20, and even some iPhones. So that tells you that with this happening, most definitely people are looking at different phones instead of just sticking with Samsung. And Mike Tobin jumped in for a little bit.
Oh, he did? I didn't even see what he say.
What's up? I was here.
Typical Tobin.
But yeah, just to finish it off, I think you know, a lot of people are willing to try new phones, and that's good. And I hope, you know, the market sees that it's not just, you know, Apple or Samsung. You know, there's good phones out there. You know, you mentioned the OnePlus 3, the Axon 7, LG V20, the Google Pixel phones. So yeah, I think as long as people are willing to try new things, they might be surprised.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. So I guess that's it. And then, man, I appreciate again, like you doing your thing. So make sure you subscribe to Joel. His information is down below. If you want to watch this on demand, I will have this ready to go for you, hopefully in a little bit here. Otherwise, it might be a little bit later tonight. I'll have his information there as well. If you want to follow Joel Texers. Every Sunday night, we're going to do this. Again, next week I will not, because I'll be in Montreal, Canada. If you're in Montreal, hit me up. Email me. I'd like to meet up with you if you know me.
Pizza party.
Yeah, pizza party in Montreal. But otherwise, guys, I appreciate you watching the show every single Sunday, and make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys all down the road. Peace.